What is going on, guys? Carter here with Edge Mindset. We've got a wild one for you. If you like crazy, large, insane looking knives that are affordable, please stick around. I think you might be interested in this. I had to throw in the affordable piece because I am known for showing very expensive, crazy, wild knives as well. So this one is very, very affordable. I'll go over the price here in a minute. This is a HOKC, and it is coming from Russia. How did I find this brand? Well, because of you guys. That's how I found it. For better or for worse, I blame you. So if you don't like this video, if you don't like this knife, point the finger at yourself because it's your own damn fault. In my dagger knives review, somebody said, you got to check out HOKC. They're available on Amazon. I believe Amazon is the only way to get these in the States. As far as I can tell on what I looked at, I bought this with my own money. This is the only HOKC knife that really caught my eye, and I think it's pretty dang cool. First off, I have already opened this up and looked at it. I just wanted to recreate the experience for you. It came with a condom on the blade, which I find very interesting. I assume to kind of protect the edge or something. Never seen that before. And if you didn't notice, this knife is not a fixed blade. And yet it is boxed up in the open position, just like you saw there, which I also find very strange. Not very efficient in terms of shipping, right? It's a folding knife, and yet it's shipped open. I don't know. Maybe it's a legality thing. I don't know. Maybe Russia's like, yeah, you can't ship knives folded. I don't know exactly what's going on there. But yeah, let's tear into it. This thing's pretty dang cool, I think. Here it is compared to a Talwar XL. You can see similar, but not nearly as big as the Talwar here, and not as Persian-y, and not as kind of exaggerated in terms of shapes. I wanted to do that comparison because when I first saw this knife, that is what I thought of, is that it looks a lot like the Talwar there. Now this is made in China, designed and I guess managed from a product standpoint in Russia, as you can tell by the Russian writing on here, which is actually kind of cool. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I know I'm not saying I love Russia, but just from I guess a neat factor of having it feature Russian language here, because I have no idea what that says. The steel is AUS-8. They also do a lot with D2, pretty standard, as you can imagine. Let's get a weight on this bad boy before I forget, and then we'll do an official size too, because you're going to want to know how big this is. 6 ounces on the dot, which is reasonably heavy for a knife in general, but a knife this size, I was actually pretty surprised that it's only 6 ounces, because this thing seems freaking huge. I mean, it is huge. It's over a 4-inch blade, 4 3/4 inch blade. Overall length is 10 1/4-ish, almost 10 and a half. Almost 10 and a half. This is an absolute beast. Now this comes in 2 flavors. The best flavor, which is this black finish here. It's a nice kind of matte finish with cool gold accents on the pivot and the screws. Really curious to find out if these are quality screws or not. I wonder if they're going to strip out on me if I take this thing apart. I don't know if I will, but we'll see. Or it comes in a satin version with I don't remember, black and some brown or something like that, 2-tone G10. I really couldn't quite make out what all I was looking at in the Amazon listing, because it didn't go into detail in terms of materials and stuff. So it's kind of cool to see what's going on here. We've got different layers of G10. So we've got kind of this peel ply texture G10 right there. And we've got some contour G10 here. Over the top of, I assume, steel scales. Take my mushroom magnet here, definitely steel. Then we have a milled steel pocket clip right here. And then I believe a G10 backspacer is what we have. That's what it looks like to me. This almost looks like it could be aluminum or something, but when you look at the side, you can see kind of the texturing there. Double lanyards. You can double up on the lanyards with this bad boy. I know some of you are into lanyards so much that just putting one lanyard on your knife just isn't enough. You could say this is close to like a folding kitchen knife. It kind of resembles a little bit of a kitchen knife, but I still think it fits into that tactical kind of aesthetic and looks pretty dang cool. Ergonomics on this are actually very, very nice. Very thin in the handle here, but it's not too skinny width-wise. Really nice. Action is decent. Running on bearings. Centering is a little bit off when I checked it before. Yeah, a little bit off-centered. Not too bad. No detent lash or anything. Seems to be reasonably well made. Best of all, the price tag on this thing was like 61 bucks. 61 bucks. I mean, even if you're just buying this as a stocking stuffer for your brother-in-law who kind of thinks your knives are cool, like he would get an absolute kick out of something like this. Just an overbuilt giant folder with some arguably really good design elements. Like if you upscale the materials here and the quality, like this could be made by CKF. This could be made by Shirogorov. Like it looks good. I like what they have going on. I like this business right here. Looks very, very cool. I like that pivot. I like the gold and the black. It's just, the materials are clearly on the cheaper side. Not that G10 is cheap. I mean more on the implementation. Like, I don't know if it's got like glue or something. Maybe it's just some oil. It's not presenting all that well. And it could be that, it just has some oil from packing and stuff like that. Hopefully the screws aren't soft. AUS-8 steel is fine steel. Speaking of cold steel, I believe this is AUS-8 as well. So more similarities there. But you can see how much smaller it is. Like similar, but very much smaller indeed. I might throw this in the pocket. I kind of bought it as, not really a joke, but, it looked cool enough. I wanted to check it out. See that lock up there. Wanted to check it out and see if I liked it. And it's a pretty decently cool knife. Might be one that I give away. I don't know. We'll see. Got some, my camera's like really struggling on focusing today. You've got some gaps in that G10 there on this side compared to that side where it's a little bit tighter. What you would expect at this price class, but still kind of cool. Did I even say the name of this? It is the Nuker. So the HOKC Nuker, N-U-K-E-R. I believe you pronounce it as Nuker. I don't know how else. Nuker? I don't know how else you'd pronounce it. It is a little hard to disengage this lock. I can't quite figure out why. It's got a good amount of tension on it, and I think it's just really up high. That notch that they have cut out is really high up. But once you get used to it, it's not too bad, and I would imagine it will kind of break in and gel together and stuff like that. So kind of cool. Some of their other knives are, reasonably okay looking in my opinion. This is the only one that kind of, raised my eyebrows. And I'm feeling that I've only got room for one HOKC knife in my collection. So this is going to kind of take that mantle. All right, comment down below what you think of the Nuker and what you think of HOKC knives. Do you think there's any value to something like this? Do you find this aesthetically pleasing in any capacity? Because I think it's kind of cool, and for 60 bucks, why not? All right, guys, catch you later.